Hello, welcome back to another video, and this is me, Karthik Reddy. And today I will be talking about my inner engineering completion. Yes, I finally completed my inner engineering online completion program, which I have been waiting for the last 5 months, because I took up the online course back in 2020 in October, and I finally got the dates in April, that is on 21st and 22nd, and the initiation day that happens on the Sunday that was yesterday, that is 25th of April 2021. So almost it took me close to 6 months, close to 5 to 6 months to actually get my inner engineering completion, because if at all you have to take up any activities in Isha Foundation, that is the Isha Yoga Center, or anywhere with respect to the volunteering activities or work related activities of the Isha Foundation, inner engineering is a must. It is the most mandatory thing if you want to be part, or if you want to associate yourself with the Isha Foundation. So basically, I got my dates on April 21 and 22, which were 2 sessions, and the final session was on Sunday, like I said, that is the 25th of April 2021. So on the first day of the session, I'll just give you a brief of what really happens. So it's almost a 2.5 hours of session where you'll be having an instructor who would be taking you through the exercises, which are called as the preparatory exercises, and a little bit of things like what is going to happen in the Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya, and all of those brief inputs would be given there. And these exercises, they will help you to perform right in front of the class, and wherein you will not be able to see anybody else who has joined in the session, but the instructor is able to see everybody in there. So you'll be assigned a volunteer who will be constantly following up with you on your attendance to the class and all of those things. And yes, so basically there is a huge amount of support even before the session starts from the Isha Foundation with respect to the inner engineering completion program. So the same instructor would come back again the next day, where we'll be performing those preparatory asanas and a little bit of exercises of Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya. And so these are some of the things that happens on the second session, and they will guide you through on what is going to happen on Sunday, that is on the initiation day with Sadhguru live from the master himself, and these kind of things would be given on the second session. So there will be some instructions with respect to the food that you should eat, the time gap that you should have whenever you are doing these kriyas or exercises, and when can you do these exercises, whether it is in the morning, afternoon, or evening. So there are different time sets, and all these things they will explain to you. I don't want to spoil the game for you by explaining everything right here. And finally, the third session, the final session from Sadhguru with Sadhguru, that happens on a Sunday, which happened for me on Sunday, and it was a fantastic session. I would like to tell you this, because it started off at 9:30, and from 9:30 to 10:30, from 8:30 to 9:30. There were preparatory asanas and all of those things, a recapping of whatever was taught on session 1 and session 2, and those things were repeated and revised for us on the final day. And after that, there would be given around 1.5 hours of break. After that, Sadhguru would himself come down to the video, and from there on his lecture starts. So whatever thoughts he has about inner engineering, about the transformation of life, how you need to perceive life, and all these things would be told in that session. And finally, he would initiate us to the Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya. So these are some of the things that happens. And yes, on the final day there was music in place. So on mahashivratri there were sounds of Isha who performed. So it is the same set of people who would come down to the inner engineering completion initiation day, and they would be playing some music over there. And it was a very calm and a pleasant coursework for me altogether. I really enjoyed. It actually put me into a state of internal comfort. So I would like to tell you how my way of thinking, or how my body has responded to these exercises or asanas and the Shambhavi Mahamudra. It has still been just one day, and I am rushing through by telling what I felt, because the initial rush of that energy is something that I would like to share it with you, because I would like to share the same thing even after 6 months. Once I have done these kriyas and asanas consistently over a period of time, and how I feel after that, right? So when the day one, that is the session one, when it started, I did some exercises. The lockdown has been very cruel to me. I did not play any sport because I'm a basketball player. I play sometimes badminton also. I have not been playing. I've not gone out to play either. Just I've lifted some dumbbells at home and I've been maintaining myself in that way. But exercises per se consistently I've not been doing. And these exercises, the day one exercises, the preparatory exercises, actually brought huge amount of relief in me. It brought a sense of calm and composure. You stop looking outside, rather you start looking inwards. There would be even if you have some questions with you, though, all those questions will be burned down, because you will start feeling that nothing else matters apart from what you think. Because a lot of people have a lot of opinions, a lot of hatred towards others, a lot of love towards others. All these things will not matter to you, and you are involved within your own fantastic joyfulness that you feel. Those asanas might look very simple and easy, but let me tell you, they are actually wonderful, because it allows you to relieve yourself from all the stress that you've been facing with respect to the lockdown and other job related things or any other things. So it has been a fantastic experience for me, and yes, I would like to suggest to you also to take up this online inner engineering completion. And let me come to the cost. So basically I did it in Kannada. The online version I did it in Kannada, which was 750 rupees, which is the 90 minutes 7-day session. And after that the main completion program was the session 1, session 2 and the main thing, which means the 3-day sessions, which is part of the online completion program. And this is completely in English and not any other regional languages. So on the whole, I have paid about 750 for the first part and 3,000 for the Shambhavi Mahamudra initiation by Sadhguru. So it has been about 3,750. Right now, if at all you opt for it, you will have to pay another extra 750 rupees, because it's 1,500 plus 3,000 rupees. And if at all you would want to go down to Isha Yoga Center, it's going to cost a little more. It's going to be a little expensive, because it's the same kind of experience that Sadhguru would give you through the online medium, because whatever is happening over there, the same thing is telecasted live to you, and it is not recorded video at all. Everything in this online completion program is a live session. The 90-minute 7 sessions, that the first part of online inner engineering, is recorded videos, but these are live sessions. So you can ask questions. There were a few people who asked questions also. A lady asked a question like, wherever she goes, she gets rejected, whether it's relationships or jobs or all these things. And Sadhguru gave an answer that your job, your intention to get a job is not just dependent on you, rather it is dependent on somebody else, that is the interviewer too. Because if that person doesn't want you to be in that job, then you would not get a job. So it doesn't mean that they are rejecting you. Basically, they are involved in helping their own company get people, a better skilled person. Maybe you will have to start looking at yourself and find out what you're good at, and then opt for those things, rather than getting into things that are right now trending. For example, right now software companies and software IT jobs are trending. Now, back then there were nothing of these kind. So right now, whatever is trending, you're taking it up, and if somebody is not hiring you, you feel dejected or rejected from it. So do not feel as such. They are not rejecting you. Rather, there is no requirement for them to take you up in that job. So there were a lot of questions like these, and some person said that, Sadhguru, I have watched your videos on YouTube and I performed some exercises, and it's been mentally stressing me out. So he said, probably we do not tell you to do something in YouTube videos. Mostly it is one-sided talk where Sadhguru is giving out lectures, and there are no exercises per se from Isha Foundation on YouTube. So he said that I don't know from where you learn things, but meet us up after the session and we will help you resolve whatever things that is going on in your mind. So there were question and answer session. Almost 6,000 people had joined online. Huge number of people participated in an engineering completion program because it has been pending from quite a long time, because I started off in October with the online version and finally it took me about 6 months to get to this completion program. So if at all I have to apply for any volunteering activities or sadhana pada per se, I need the inner engineering completion program, and it has given me a next step, given me a key to move on to the next step. Right? So inner engineering is recommended for those people who are facing a lot of stress right now, who are facing with anxiety, who are facing with depression, and people who fear dogs, cats, animals, and people around them. They're schizophrenic and all those different kind of feeling that you get. I would highly recommend you to take up this course and experience it, because it would actually change the way you look at life. It will change the way you perceive life. And those things, if you just listen and write it down in a sheet of paper and keep reading them every day, probably it will help you, fine-tune your mind and bring more positivity in your life. Right? Just like how we take shower every day to keep our body clean, we need to exercise every day to keep ourselves, the physical body of ours, in a good shape. And just like how we take shower every day to keep ourselves, the outer layer, clean, in the same way we'll have to write down those things that Sadhguru tells in those inner engineering program, those small things, that for example how you perceive life and how you need to look at things in a motherly way, because a mother will never discriminate its own people. So Sadhguru says that you'll have to look at the entire world as a mother and look at it in that way, and it will not allow you to discriminate anyone. Rather, you'll be more joyful and more giving than taking things from others. There would be less amount of hate, there would be more amount of love and joy, is what Sadhguru says. So yes, thank you so much for listening to this video. I hope I hope this video benefits you, and if at all you have anything to say about, please utilize the comment section and let us know. Namaskaram.